Well, hello, hola, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, somewhere out there in the world. Welcome to this beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. You know why? Because you make it so. This is Real Talk with E.V.E. Happy Wednesday. We are live here today. Now, I want to just get you pumped up. This is like a quicker picker upper moment with E.V.E. and some real talk. It is a wonderful day. I hope you start out your day being positive, thinking positive. Don't think negative. Junk in, junk out. Don't carry all that trash on you. Of course, the views expressed by me, the host, the views expressed by the host and the viewers or commenters, the people that are commenting here on this show, are not necessarily the views of Real Talk with EVE, of its advertisers and also sponsors. So I want to thank you for joining me, first of all. I know that in these last few weeks, it kind of got off track. And so we are back on track so far for now, every Wednesday at noon and also Saturdays at noon. And this is Lunch and Learn. So please share this show. Now, I'm listening to some jazz all morning. I've been listening to jazz. I love music. I've been listening to some guitar music. I think that your way of thinking can be influenced by some music as well. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I am looking at my comments. If you guys want to comment or ask questions, please do so. Bienvenidos aquí a mi gente. Saludos. I am bilingual. Spanish is my first language and English is my second. Many asked, well, what other languages do you speak? Well, I speak the love language all day long. Why is that? Because I love to love. Literally, I love to love. And I think there's nothing greater than to have love in us, have love in my heart. I don't know how to hate. I don't even want to start learning how to hate. I've been given reasons to, but I won't do that to myself. Many times you may have heard me on the radio or may have seen me on the show or go on my Facebook Live and say, I love my heart. I won't allow something to get to it because I love me. I love what my heart feels, and I won't allow a situation or a person get the best of it. And I that's what I want to talk about today with you. I don't always have a guest, but I felt that we will have a guest coming soon. Several guests actually are being lined up as we speak because we all want to take a nugget from someone else. I don't claim to know everything. I do know a lot of things, but not everything. And so in the mornings, I have a question for you. How do you start your morning? I can share my secrets, at least some, not all, right? How do you start your morning? Because how you start your day will determine the rest of your day. Now, you guys may have heard this law of attraction, right? Quote unquote. Have you had this happen to you? And it's happened to me in the past, a long time ago, where something just went wrong in the morning. I couldn't find what I wanted to wear, and you could probably relate. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up or something if that is you or not. And then I make my coffee, and then I get in the car. I'm already running late. I spill my coffee. Oh, now I'm upset. I don't usually get upset, but I'm just speaking in terms of like some time ago. Um, and so I'm just attracting the negative, one thing after another. So now I'm upset. The coffee's on me. I got stains, although it's not that bad, but I know there's a stain, and I'm wearing a white shirt or light colored clothing. And now I have a stain. Now I'm going into court. Now I'm thinking of, I'm running late. I showed up late. My coffee stains are on me. Now what can go wrong? I don't even want to dare ask what else could go wrong. Be careful what you ask for, people, but you're attracting negativity. So how you start your day will determine the rest of your day. Start with positive affirmations. I mean, I know who I am and I know whose I am, so I don't always have to look in the mirror and say, hey, you beautiful thing, you're wonderful, awesome, gorgeous creature, you powerful you, but I'll just say that it can help you if you happen to need that boost, that little push to start a great morning. First of all, I always have the attitude of gratitude. I am grateful. I am thankful for every little small thing that comes my way. Every little small things. And for the bad, I turn it into good. I always do. I always look for the good in everything. I look for whatever's coming my way to try to understand. Now, what's happening here? Why is this happening? Hmm. What do I need to learn from it? You know, is it for me to learn or is it for somebody else to learn from it? Um, why am I going through this? Well, why not? Right? So I just want to encourage you today to quit just thinking, because what you think here, it's here, tu corazón, your heart, and then it comes out this way. I've been saying this quite a bit in the last few years, 5, 10 years, who knows, on my quicker, picker, upper moments about our stinking thinking. We do that to ourselves, but yet we want to blame somebody else. You know, we need to learn to control our emotions, control ourselves, self control. Um, Again, I'm going to say for those of you that just joined, how you start your day will determine the rest of your day. Hey, Brother Angel, how are you? Thank you for joining us and watching here Real Talk with E.V.E. And so I start my day being grateful, being thankful. Then I'll read a scripture. I will listen to Rick Warren. It's a 25-minute sermon that plays in the mornings. I get it emailed to me. I hear it in the morning before I get up, whether that message is for me or the message is a reminder or something for me to share with someone. I always look at and take it in as a positive, as a reminder of certain things. And then I get up, then I make my coffee, then I do get some calls first thing in the morning between 7 and 8. But all this time, I have some music in the background. I'll listen to some jazz, some bossa nova, worship music. I've been asked by people, "What music do you listen to?" I listen to music that's going to soothe my soul, that's going to calm my spirit, it's going to actually give me a sense of feeling that the spirit is there, the spirit is in me. I don't listen to vulgar language music. I don't to profanity. I don't. You know, more power to you if you use bad words. I'm not judging you. I'm gonna love you anyway, but I pray for you too. But I don't care for vulgar language. I don't care for profanity. Long time ago, I had a family member that says, "Go ahead, Eve, say the F word." I thought it was funny because they were really trying to get me to curse. Say the F word. Come on, it feels good. It just makes you feel great. I'm like, oh, no, not me. It doesn't make me feel good saying the F word. On the contrary, I feel convicted. And that was a long time ago. So I never really liked it. And I guess when you make it a habit, you continue doing it. And in some cases, we don't stop and think, is this a good habit or is this a bad habit? And is this a bad habit, but towards whom? Because what you may think is a good habit, I may think is not a good habit, not a healthy one. It doesn't make you sound good. According to whom do I not sound good, Eve, right? Am I being stereotypical? Maybe. But for those of you that don't know, I'm a believer. I'm a born again Christian. And if you don't know what that is, please do not judge me. Ask questions, and I will tell you. I left the religion to build a relationship with Christ, to be Christ's like. Am I perfect? Not at all. And I won't even say it, right? But God made me in his perfect image. And we all need to know that. And I think somebody needs to be reminded of that, that we can work on being a better version of ourselves every single day. So let's work on that today. We're in the middle of the day. We still have 12 hours to finish our day. And sometimes I finish my day at midnight. And I start all over again in the morning between 5:30, 6 o'clock, or whenever the Lord wakes me up, sometimes before 6 in the morning. And I say, okay, I feel like I may need to sleep a little longer. So I go ahead and put a sermon on so I can listen to something that is going to feed my spirit in the morning, not this junk, okay? Sometimes the news can be junk. The news can be heartbreaking. The news can be heartening and just crush your spirit. The news isn't always good news. So I prefer the real good news, if you know what I mean with that. The real good news, right? And that's the truth yesterday, today, forevermore. And so you're stinking thinking, you're not being grateful, you're unappreciative, you're not thankful. To me, it's the little things that matter the most. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but to me, the thank you, opening the door for me. Love that. Sometimes I forget that someone's with me and I got to wait till they open the door because I'm so used to being by myself so much. I'm on my own. I'm a very independent woman, meaning self sufficient. Christ is my provider. Christ is my husband right now until somebody puts a ring on it, right? And say, I do. And so that's who my provider is. That's who I go to. He is a jealous God. So, women, if you are single, stop expecting your boyfriend to be the provider. Just saying, don't wait and depend on that. Okay. So, I'm grateful, even for the bad things that come my way. They may not be so bad. It's just sometimes we interpret it to be that way. But whatever's meant for evil, God uses it for the good. And I know that. So, if you look for the good in everything, you'll be more positive, you'll be more optimistic and not a pessimist. Okay. So you can be more joyful. I have the gift of peace, the gift of joy. I have a lot of energy in me, and it's not the coffee. I promise you, it's not the coffee. Because sometimes I'm on the phone, I'll answer, and it's 6 a.m., and someone on the other end may think I've been up, and I haven't. I just woke up. The phone ringing woke me up. I'm a light sleeper, but um, and I'm already full of energy. I already want to discuss things, want to talk things. And it's like, oh, it's too early in the morning. Well, let me just tell you guys that you've created that habit, that creature in you to say it's too early in the morning or it's too late or I'm not a morning person. I'm not a night person. I'm a person who I want to be. And I'm all around morning and night person. It's what I tell myself I am. So is a man thinking, so is he. I apologize for clearing my throat, but I have allergies and I just remember to take an allergy pill. It's a seasonal thing. I'm allergic to cats and dogs. And so some of you knew I had gone out of the country. And guess what? Every family member had a dog. But I came prepared to Mexico. I went with a bottle of allergy pills. So in the mornings, I would take one and I'd be all right for the rest of the day. But I'm feeling it. It's like the allergy kind of closes up your throat and you start feeling scratchy and sound. But anyway, that's besides the point. It doesn't even damper my day. See, yo, don't allow the allergies to damper my day. I don't allow somebody else not doing something that they were supposed to do get to me. I won't allow it. It's what we allow, people. So when I get to talking with some people and they're like, I'm not a morning person. So this is too early in the morning for this. You're doing that to yourself. I want you to know that. You really are. Or I'm not a night person. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta go. I just gotta shut down. I don't even want to talk about it. That's you doing it to yourself. Well, I'm ready to have a conversation with you, whether it's 6 a.m. or midnight. You know, because I make that choice. It's a choice that we make. Okay. But just know that for every choice we make, there's a consequence that follows. So let's think before we choose rather, how we're going to handle something, how we're going to receive something negative that comes our way will determine, will tell you what that consequence may be. So based on that, what kind of consequence do you want to have based on your decisions? Some of you come to me for advice, especially spiritual advice. And I want to thank you for thinking that highly of me, for entrusting in me. That you asked for some sound advice, for some spiritual advice, and I appreciate that you thought that highly of me. That you've come to me, and of course, I will always keep you in prayer. I am an intercessor, and you just have no idea how many people I intercess for, but it's not for you to know either, and it's not for me to tell. Just so you know, I am live on Twitch TV. All right. This was my TV show, Real Talk with E.V.E. in a studio. I brought it to you online now, so that I can actually have more of flexibility, if you will, right? And I felt the need that I needed to bring this show back, Real Talk with E.V.E., because there's a lot of times some people won't say what they need to say, and I think they should. And it's not to hurt somebody, it's not to offend someone. Some of my quicker picker upper moments on social media offend people, and I don't even know most of the time who's watching. And some people, I thank you for those that share my videos, share my messages. Do I preach sometimes? It maybe sound like I'm preaching, right? But I am a clergy, and I will wear that hat always. It's not a part-time thing. You can't be 50-50 with God, one foot in, one foot out. Either you're in it or you're not. Are you in it to win it? That's what I tell the youth. I am in it to win it. I am here to be a victorious and not to play the victim. And many of you play the victim on a daily basis. Remember, what you put here touches here and comes out of your mouth. So junk in, junk out. What kind of things are you carrying in your back, in your backpack? Have you even gone and looked to see what are the things you carry? What baggage you are carrying? Is it actually somebody else's baggage? Oh, I'm thank you, Lord, for this message. Is it someone else's baggage that you're carrying? Meaning from another relationship, from someone else that you are carrying it now, that you are carrying that burden, and now someone else is receiving it. That's a generational thing. That's a cycle thing. The cycle repeats itself, people. So you want to break that cycle now before it goes to your children, your children's children, and your children's children's children. Okay, then it becomes a generational curse. You don't want that. For my believers, you understand my language, you understand what I'm saying. Some of you are secular, some of you are of the world, and I'm going to love you anyway. But I just want to continue to be the best example that I can be. And even in the public eye, as a public figure, I'm not out there to please people, but I'm out there to please him, but to please who created me, that says, Eve, you have a purpose here. Now you work it. You do your thing. He said, step up, be bold. So I am being bold, boldacious, bold, and telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm not here to appease your ear. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to say what needed to be said. Now, as in thinking before I came on the show, I was like, Lord, what do you want me to say? And it says attitude of gratitude. We're not grateful enough. We're not thankful enough for the little things. He said, if I can trust you with the little things, then I can trust you with the bigger things. Are we driving a junky car? And I don't mean junky as in a putt-putt, because I once upon a time had a putt-putt. Okay. And I was even thankful for that putt putt. And I mean, it was putt putting. Okay. It was like doing this to my body, because it wasn't, it's telling me, hold up, I can't go any faster than you want me to. I would accelerate and it would do this more. And I would laugh. And I said, you know what, Lord, it's okay. As long as it takes me from point A to point B, I am still thankful. And I was thankful for that He blessed me with an IS 250 after He said, you're no longer driving this van. But this van, I was grateful that it blessed homeless people. It blessed my family. It blessed people in the community. And I said, it served its purpose. It's time to let it go. And God did say when. Let me tell you, it was for a birthday present in 2019, right? I think it was. And then in 2020, He said, well, in 2018, I had to let go of everything, and you would never know that I didn't have a home, because I continued to serve. Remember, I said, what you put here, your stinking thinking will come here and it'll come out of your mouth. And you would never know that I had no place to live. And I felt that somebody needs to hear this testimony, because you're crying about what you're about to lose. Let me tell you, what you lose, you'll gain back again. What the enemy takes and steals, you will get it back tenfold. But you got to have that faith. You got to believe it. Believe that it will happen. Trust the process. Things don't always go the way we want to or when we want to, but we got to learn to have patience. And at the time that we're waiting, how are we handling that moment? How are we handling that moment? And that's the question I asked you in the beginning. How do you start your day, right? Meaning with everything that gets thrown at me. Eve, you make your life look easy. It is, because I don't let it stress me. Whatever comes my way, I'll dodge. Or I'll just say, you can't touch me, like the MC Hammer, okay? Uh, so you got to pay attention how you react to things. Stop blaming somebody else. As many times you have heard many others say, including me, when you're pointing one way, three are pointing back at you, okay? And I thank you for joining today's episode of this show of Real Talk with E.V.E. This is Real Talk, people. And I'll say this on the radio, on WLTH radio. And many times, people ask me, what do I do? And I ask, well, my response is, what don't I do? God said, if you see the need, you feel it. Stop wondering and waiting for someone else to do it when he's giving you the job to do it. Think about that. So I'm going to ask again because I got some new viewers here. Thank you for joining me here. Real Talk with E.V.E. Live on Facebook, live on Twitter. I'm sorry, not Twitter. I'm working on getting on IG as well. So follow me on IG. TikTok, I'm not always as often on it as I am on Facebook, as I am on Instagram, and on my LinkedIn account. So my LinkedIners, thank you for liking, posting, commenting to my post. It's a lot of work, let me tell you, and I do it as a servant leader. That how is this going to help somebody else? I'm always thinking of somebody else. Haz el bien sin mirar a quien. Do good to those who wrong you, and do good to without wondering who am I doing good to. Okay, and so how you start your day. Do you have the attitude of gratitude? These are key ingredients to your life to live a better life. For years, I've been saying I'm here as a purpose to help improve the quality of life and the quality of education. I'm an educator by default. I'm not considered a professional with a doctorate. I'm not going to say that I have that, which although it's coming, I'm receiving it because I was prophesied that, but I'm not expecting or waiting for that stuff. I'm not doing it for those reasons, for a plaque or a nomination or for some type of recognition. I have I've received awards, and I'm thankful and grateful for that. But for whom much is given, much is required. And there's a lot of work to be done to pave the way for those that are behind us, to pave the way for the future, to pave the way for the youth. And when I say the future, I'm talking about the youth. And at the rate our youth is going, I'm just wondering, how is my future going to look? But I'm not going to let that determine how my future will look, because I will be part of the answer and not part of the problem, people. And many of you can be part of the problem and not even know it. Are you negative? That negative Nancy, that Debbie Downer, that party pooper? Oh, I can be around so many of them, and I just choose not to be around them. And I sometimes have conversations, and they're being the negative Nancy's or the Debbie Downers or the doubters. No bueno, that is not good for you. That is not good for you to even be around it. Be a good influence. Be of good cheer. When you give, be cheerful about it. When stop saying how generous you are and look how much I'm giving because I'm just so generous. Let your actions speak for itself. And if you're going to do something for me, and then you remind me of it later, then my question is, did you even do that from the heart? And then some people say, you may have heard this. Oh, God knows my heart. What do your actions say that God will know about your heart? Think about your actions. Yeah, God knows my heart, but my actions follow with it. I may sometimes sound stern, firm. I speak with conviction and assertiveness. I'm not here to condemn you, not at all. I just pray we get convicted. And when I get convicted, I'm even grateful for that. I'm thankful. Our fathers, our parents always wanted to correct us, always wanted to guide us to well, my parents, maybe yours too. Some parents nowadays, I don't know, leave a lot to be desired, and makes you wonder what type of guidance are you for your children or lack thereof, right? Our parents want to push us. Our parents want us to do the best, right? So what do you think the Father does? The Creator does. Same thing. He wants to correct us. And we have to learn to allow correction, to receive correction well. Sometimes criticism can be harsh, but is it constructive criticism? I receive and accept constructive criticism anytime because someone cares enough to correct me. I'm not, now, as long as they don't do it to feel some kind of special way. Oh, look at what I just did. No, because it's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about you, right? And some may say, well, why not about you? Why can't we make it about us? Well, it is and it's not. It's what we do to help someone else out, right? And so that attitude of gratitude can take you farther, people, when you start just being thankful for the day. Some of you may or may not know, I am thankful for my arteries, for the blood flowing in my body. I don't want to sound nasty, but for even be able to go to the bathroom, because there's people out there that need devices. need medical equipment to be able to do that. And I'm thankful that I'm able to go and be okay and not have complications. Some people have complications. Some people have died of colon cancer. Imagine how painful that is when they start having the symptoms of it. I'm grateful and thankful that I'm able to speak. Some people lose their voice. Some people wish they could speak and they have to learn sign language. You know, we just take so much for granted. Let me share a little experience going to Mexico recently, these last couple of weeks. I didn't know that in some public places I had to pay for toilet paper. So I went into a restroom and I'm looking for toilet paper. Thank goodness it was before I sat down because I'd be in trouble. Go prepared, especially if you have a bag or purse or what have you, going prepared, okay? Well, unbeknownst to me, it was 17 years since I haven't been to Mexico. Unbeknownst to me, that some public bathrooms you have to pay for your toilet paper. I did not know. I did not know. So I actually in one of the public bathrooms I was with a friend, and she's from Mexico, so she did say, "Hey, we'll just have to look for it." And it was outside um, the bathrooms on a wall, a machine where you put in coins for toilet paper. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what if I had no change? Where would I get the toilet paper from? I mean, I thought that was funny. I even took a picture of it. I haven't shared it publicly yet, but I thought that was too funny. Imagine that. But I still handle that with good and positive attitude. It's just a learning lesson, a learning experience. So I have just a few minutes. I do have to run. I have a case to do. And of course, this show is only 30 minutes. Unless it gets spicy and juicy, it can go a little longer, right? Because I'm in control of the show. But we do have to put things out in decent and in order. Please share this show. Share it with your family, your friends. Let them know. Real Talk with E.V.E. I have some awesome guests that I brought in the past, and we've had learning moments because this is a lunch and learn. You are eating your lunch, maybe, or about to have lunch. I actually had my lunch before coming on, but just know that when you start being grateful for things, you start seeing a change in your life. You start feeling better about yourself and caring less about what others think, say, or do towards you. Hey, Sister Melanie, how are you? And you'll begin to see the light. It's like the light went on. Ta-da! It's like weight off of you when you stop stressing and start trusting. I promise you, people, I know what I'm saying. I've been there, done that. I won't tell you something that I haven't done, that I haven't experienced. I won't tell you something that I read somewhere that I haven't lived. Most of the time is because I've been there and done that. And so I am thankful for those experiences because now I can come and help you and others in the community, to our beautiful youth. God bless you. May God keep you and guide you, give you wisdom. Pray for wisdom, people. It's not okay just to be smart without wisdom, to be intelligent without wisdom. You make wiser choices when you have that wisdom in you, not just knowledge, but courage also. Courage to help you change the things that you don't want to change, because we live in a world where we used to doing this way, where I'm used to doing it that way. Well, change is not very much welcome. I welcome change because sometimes the change is a necessary evil so that we can move forward. So I hope this encouraged somebody today. This is like a quicker picker upper moment with some real talk with E.V.E today, right? All in one place. Thank you for following me. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more. And guess what? You're the first to really know in the next couple of days. I am launching the very first Spanish magazine. I'm dedicating it to my country that saw me born, which is Mexico querido, Mexico lindo y querido. My beautiful Mexico. It's full of richness. The culture is rich and very colorful. And my life is very colorful. And I hope that you start painting your life colorful as well. And not dull, not black and white, not gray, but colorful. All right. With that being said, guys, I do have to go. Thank you for joining me. God bless. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you lots. And know this, you got to love yourself to love others. Can't say you love me if you don't love yourself. All right. Take care. God bless. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing this show. Bye now.